Yes, welcome ladies and gentlemen. It's your host Shane Gilfeather, and you've joined us for SimHaus Summer Series, which is hosted during the summer season. As our normal leagues have finished for the year, we are back onto just some fun events. And tonight we're bringing you the British Touring Cars, or the TOCA Series at Donington. We've got five short races. These guys, random grids as well. So the guys are in qualify session. I've lost my broadcast tool, so I do apologise. I don't have much visuals. I can't see who's in the lead or how many laps are run. Not too sure if one of the cars is causing a glitch in the broadcast tools here. But we'll plug along as we are in Donington Raceway. We're racing on the GP circuit tonight, and we've got some classic British 90's touring cars, or British touring cars from the 90's under the TOCA banner. So we're currently watching Scott Flack and Bench and Hedges BMW 320i, currently in P2 as the broadcast tools have bounced back for some reason. But as Matt Collins in pit lane, he's posted the fastest lap, a 1:38.3, almost a second and a half faster than the rest of the crew. Laszlo to Glass is in the Vauxhall Vextra, and he is currently in P3. Albertino, I assume from Italy, is just joined us. He's in currently in P4. That's the Volvo S40. Also in the BMW 320i. The Jägermeister livery is Ross Licciardi, racing from Victoria. He's currently in P5. And then we've got Troy Jaslowski, loving his Queenslander Dick Johnson, as Troy's racing from Queensland as well as in the Ford Sierra Cosworth. That's Matthew Parry from New Zealand. He's in that's the Nissan Primera GT. In P7 for the number 77. Then we've got Daniel Opedisano showing hot times. Oh, look at the fronts really lighting up there. Heavy hairpin onto the main straight. Currently in P8, what can he do? It's still P8 for him. He's struggling with track limits here. He's only got 3 minutes to go before the end of quali. And Jacob Steele is in the Ford Mondeo. He's the only Mondeo. I'd expect a couple more Mondeos out there, but the boys are swapping cars and changing cars, trying them out. There is a huge car selection in the field. See if we can see. We've got Scott Flack, Oppo, Matt Collins still in the pits. Got 50 seconds left to go in qualify session. David Baker is joining us. He's in the S40 as well, so let's see what he does. He might just throw caution to the wind and just join in for race one and sort it out during the racing as we're about to launch after the qualify session is finished with 30 seconds to go. It's Troy Jaslowski. He's got that Sierra revved out down the straight. Looks like it was top gear. Got to take it easy through this chicane, otherwise it's going to cost you a lap time. Looks like track limits are on quite high. We can hear the turbo blow off from, I don't know how many gears he's got there, Troy Jaslowski. He probably needs to lengthen the ratio there. Seems to be running out of gears before the end of the straights. Okay, so qualify session has finished. We'll see if anyone's still out on track. That is Laszlo de Glass in the Vectra. Coming in final couple of corners before the end of the qualify session. He may have started this before the checkered flag has dropped, so he can still do this, but looks like he's off the racing line or trying different lines. Up the inside now, taking it easy, but he's pulling that into the pits. So Scott Flack is in P3. So at the end of qualify session, it is Matt Collins on pole, then Daniel Opodosano, P2, Scott Flack, P3. Jacob Steele, the local boy, is just saying he's lives half an hour from the real circuit. He's in P4, so he's got a bit of local knowledge there. Well done for him in the 139s. And Laszlo de Glass in P5. Then Albertino in 6. Hopefully he'll stay and race with us. Ross Licciardi in 7. Matthew Perry in 8. Sorry. Troy Cieslawski finishing P9. And David Baker will be starting from P10. All right, we'll have a quick commercial. We'll be back after this message. Stay tuned. Okay, so welcome back. It's going to be race 1. Got the grid here. David Baker in P10 will go through the field. Albertino is still in the pits. Ross Licciardi out on the field now in the orange Jägermeister BMW 320i. There's Troy Cieslawski, Daniel Opodosano up the front here, and Matt Collins waiting to grid on the staggered grid. The guys have got 1 minute to grid up and get on track. Doesn't look like he's actually, oh there he is, the Peugeot 406, waiting for the laps to, the lights to drop. Here we go. Oh, looks like Jacob Steele just slow off the line there. Matt Collins winning the sprint race, but Daniel Opodosano on the outside. Scott Flack in the BMW trying to push, and that's de Glass off the side, and Jacob Steele off as well. Opodosano and Matt Collins side by side. Down the curves, we're on board with Matt Collins at the moment. It's the two Peugeots out in front, and Scott Flack trying to hold on. Albertino in P4 at the moment. Oh, Opodosano just getting wide there. Just getting the grass there. And Licciardi and I think that's de Glass in the background there. They're all spreading out already. That's Licciardi and the Jägermeister. So up the front it's Collins and Flacky in the Beamer 320. We don't know how these tyres are going to go during the race, where they're going to burn out and the lighter cars are going to come to the front after the end of 10 laps. Matt Collins has been dominating the Summer Series so far. With the first race was at, it was actually at Alton Park, another British track in the Aussie race cars. Then we went to Sandown in the 1979 Bathurst Classics with the Tirana LX versus the Ford XC. But it's Matt Collins now in the Peugeot 406, leading lap 1. Scott Flack pressuring him now. Beautiful day here at Donington. If you want a copy of the cars and the track, just follow the links in our description. Make sure you get the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and get notified when we're on track next. Albertino slowly closing in on Scott Flack here. You can see in the rear vision mirror. Boys are taking it easy, very ginger through there to Glass. Has got the job on Licciardi, and that's Matthew Parry in the 77 Primera, just leading out in front of Jacob Steele, who come off early on. Troy Chislaki and Daniel Opodosano in the background, and David Baker still in the pits. Not too sure if he got to grid up there, but Opodosano cutting back through the field now after that early spin in the gravel. Oh, and that's Matthew Parry off into the sand trap. He's dropping a couple of places as Opodosano up the inside of Chislowski, under braking a lot stronger. Chislowski taking a bit gingerly. Bit of understeer there on the Sierra as they go through, but Scott Flack, this is going to get interesting. Albertino chasing down Scott Flack now, crossing the start finish line, 3 laps of 10. Looks like I'm getting my broadcast tools back, so we'll try that for now. See how it goes, but we're back now, and that's Collins out in front. Albertino trying all he can to chase Flacky down. Oh, and someone's off. That's Jacob Steele, I think. See what happened here. Jacob Steele coming up the top now, past the viaduct, trying to get up the inside out. Oh, he's just overcooked it and corrected into the wall there. So he's gathered back into P6. He's got Daniel Opodosano right behind him. But Albertino, fastest lap of the race so far, 139.744, coming down on Scott Flack. Charging down now. That's the view chasing Scott Flack in the BMW 320i. So it's Peugeot, BMW, and Volvo, your top 3. So a lot of different manufacturers represented. Licciardi up on to Glass as well. Oh, to Glass, stronger under brakes there. Just tapping the accelerator just to keep the car straight without losing it completely, and he comes round, giving Licciardi a bit of breathing room. Jacob Steele stretching away from Opodosano in P7, struggling in the second of the Peugeots. It's Matt Collins up front now, under threat from Scott Flack. Soon it's going to be Albertino joining in as well. So this is Scott Flack now chasing down Matt Collins in the lead. Oh, under brakes, very strong here. Down to second gear, first gear. Nicely through there. Will he come up on the inside? Give it a go. He's showing the nose. Is he strong enough? No, he's not. Collins nice and tight through that section. Not giving Flack any room to get through. But the battle's still on. Down the back as well to Glass and Licciardi still battling it out as he's got back past Licciardi. So top three clots on line for the 5th time halfway through the race. These are going to be 5 short sprint races. That's Collins out in front for now. Coming down the nice section of Donington Park. Past the old viaduct. You'll be able to see just on your left-hand side there. Scotty Flack starting to get a handle of it, but looks like Matt Collins is finally putting the pedal down, trying to give himself some breathing room because he knows he's a bit weaker under brakes. That BMW 320i is very strong, so we can see coming into the braking zone. Oh, BMW right up the back of Collins now, trying to get through on the chicane. He won't get it done this lap, but he hopefully get it done on the next one. That's his spot. Green flags all around, no yellows out at the moment. This is the first race of 5. Albertino coming to grips, still holding down 3rd quite nicely. Oh, big battle here now to Glass. That's Licciardi, Jacob Steele, and here comes Daniel Opposano. So it's a 4-way battle for 4th place. Opposano up the inside, Jacob Steele around the outside. Is he going to get the run down the straight? Opposano very strong, but it's neck and neck. Jacob Steele got the inside line for turn 1. The guys are going wide. Steele's forced to take the inside. So Opposano gets the job done around the outside, but Steele still on the inside, showing him who's boss. And they're getting backed up behind Licciardi there in the Jägermeister. Oh, Steele just getting squeezed out there. Oh, Licciardi up and in the grass there. That wasn't going to last long. So that's freed up. Looks like the glass is stretched out. But the gap up front, where's that? So there's gaps all over the circuit now. Cieslawski falling back in P9. Baker was unable to grid up. He'll be there for race 2, you watch. But now it's a 2-way battle for the lead as Albertino has just dropped off a little bit there, racing from Italy. We've got a few international drivers here with us tonight. Matt Collins, Scott Flack from Australia. Albertino, I'm going to assume, is from Italy or Brazil. Laszlo de Glass is Hungarian. Oppo is Australian. Jacob Steele is British. Matthew Parry's Queensland, and the rest are Australian. As they head down the hill now, Scott Flack trying. A few bollards on the inside of the curbs, just so the boys actually behave themselves and stay on track. I don't want to run off the outside there. Got a break early here, blind right-hander. It's blind when you actually sit in the car. These two stretching away as Daniel Opposano posting the fastest lap of the race at 1:39.1, but here comes Matt Collins, just posted the fastest second sector of the race so far, 27.627, and he's got a PB on his first sector. So this is going to be quite a hot lap from Matt Collins, and he's going to have to do that if he's going to stretch away from Scott Flack there in P2. Albertino ragging that S50 S40, and Opposano and just come to it. Looks like they may have tapped as two come together through the chicane here. We're watching Teglass in the red, Obatasano in the blue. It could be under brakes that they come together. Just, oh, yes, Oppo just came out under brakes and clipped it back at Teglass, and he's staying behind. So I've got 2 laps to go now. Still Matt Collins heading up on Scott Flack, who's trying to get close, but these lap times are quite even, and as predicted, Matt Collins did post the fastest lap of the race on that lap, a 138.923. First one and only one into the 138s at the moment. A lot of guys out there on the 139s. So it looks like Teglass and Oppo have reclaimed 5th and 6th. We'll go through the field. There's Albertino right behind as well. Any mistake these two make at the front, Albertino will be right there to collect. Jacob Steele now taking that Mondeo up into 4th place. Those fronts getting quite hot there. You can see the front rotors red hot in the sunshine. Must be well over 1,000 degrees so far. And we've got Teglass and Obatasano still battling it out. Matthew Parry up in the 7th place from New Zealand. He loves his number 7s. And Ross Licciardi, oh, just struggling there. I don't know if his tyres have gotten too hot, and that's game over for him. And Troy Cieslawski into the pits for tyres as well. So tyre definitely an issue here in a short 10-lap race. We are towards the end. We're lap 9 of 10. Oh, sideways action from Matt Collins as he comes down that hill. I love that corner when I'm racing. The road just dips down. You can get on the gas nice and early, but he's using those tyres to get the rear end around. Matt Collins defending with 2 laps to go. Albertino not too far behind. There he is in the blue and yellow S40. Jacob Steele, after that spin on lap 1, he's recovered back up into lap 4. He's very strong on this circuit. Let's see what happens when we randomise the grid for race 2. Oh, Scott Flack's playing it nice and coy now. Last lap for Matt Collins. He's only got to hold on for one more lap. There's Albertino. Can he do it? Jacob Steele coming round onto the main straight in 4th place. And it's back with Laszlo Teglass and Oppo. Down over the start-finish line for the last time this race. It's Teglass in 5, Oppo in 6. He spun out started from P2, but spun at the bottom of the hill here. Oh, that's Steele going wide a little bit there. Beautiful course here in Donington Park Raceway. We're racing on the GP circuit. Love this section here. You can hear the tyres screeching. Just got to get the back end around, get the power down. So Matt Collins, Scott Flack up in the chicane. Can he get it done the last lap? Oh, very ginger through there. He tried everything he could to get past him. That was his only section on the track to make the move. Oh, unless he gets it done here. He's got one more corner to go. Just got to stay close. He can do it. He's getting up there. We see a couple of traditional old... That's Tony Longhurst-esque. It's going to be Matt Collins crossing the start-finish line. And that is Scott Flack, then Albertino crossing in P3. Jacob Steele coming up. He better hurry up because here comes Oppo and Teglass. And then it's Opposano to Glass coming across the start-finish line. Where is Matthew Parry? He's coming around the corner now. Last corner of the race for him. So that's Matthew Parry crossing in P7. Then it's Troy Jaslowski finishing as well. Last corner, 1 to go. Very tricky car to drive, the Sierras, the turbo. Once that kicks in, they are very loose. So Licciardi running out of tyres, I assume, and that's him for the end of the race there. All right, we'll see if the results actually come up. Bear with me. Yes, they do, and that is Matt Collins taking the race win with Scott Flack in P2, Albertino in 3, Jacob Steele coming home in 4, Opposano in 5, to Glass 6, the Kiwi in 7, Troy Jaslowski 8, Licciardi running out of tyres there, finishing in 9, and David Baker failing to start and grid up. All right, so I'll go to a commercial break, set up for race 2, stay tuned.
Oh, but what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis, it's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
这家伙, you know he fancies himself a footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
You went back this time, right? You wasn't
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down.
Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Nisha, you hear that?
Pick on him, top left.
There. I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Nos vemos.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Okay, welcome back. It's race 2. We are live at Donington. Random grid. We've got Jacob Steele on pole, waiting for Laszlo to glass the grid up. There it is. Down to 9 now. Here we go. David Baker on the grid in P5. Jacob Steele, Troy Cieslowski. Very slow off the grid there. So it's to Glass on pole. Oppo in P2 already. Steele falling back. And that was, who was that in the background? Was that Licciardi changing cars? Up the front now, the boys have warmed up. Oppo spun out the first lap. Oh, look at Albertino getting it sideways there. Steele trying to get on the back of this. To Glass holding firm against Oppo. All the cars are together now. On board with Albertino, that's Jacob Steele, Oppo and to Glass up in front. Oh, just getting balked under brakes, down a couple of gears. And in the boot, he's given it. Someone's fallen back there. Further back, that's Licciardi, I think. Still getting used to the car. Oh, look how crowded it is. Here comes Scott Flack as well, joining the party. Jacob Steele getting muscled out of position. What's that? 2, 4, 6 guys trying to get in the chicane at the same time. Oh, Albertino going up inside. Here we go up front. Oppo on the back of Glass. And now Matthew Parry's up in here for the 7 guys. Parry getting used to the car now. That Primera sounds sweet from the outside. So do all the cars as they come into turn 1 of lap 2. Scotty Flack going around the outside of Albertino. Can he make it stick? No, Albertino has to go wide and shut the gate for him. And it's Oppo and to Glass down the front now. This didn't work out well for him with Matt Collins, and it's not going to work out for him now as well, as he's had to give up a couple of places. He gets a Jim Mowing award thanks to Jim Mowing franchise. So now it's Albertino. Oh, that's what Jacob Steele did before. There's a lot more action here in race 2 as the boys are getting used to the field. It's all compressed up the front. To Glass out in the lead. Scott Flack back into P2, and that's Albertino back in P3 as well. Matt Collins no longer in the race. Just want to thank one of our sponsors watching at the moment, Interflow Plumbing. For all your mechanical plumbing needs, ring Braden from Interflow Plumbing. Oh, and there's all 4 or 5 cars backed up here. Albertino getting muscled out the back there. Now it's a drag race into turn 1. Oh, coming together to Glass and Oppo. And to Glass running off. Albertino coming through. Oh, they know they're getting us sideways now. They're trying everything they can. Scott Flack flying out front. Oh, Albertino trying everything he can. Oh, this is Oppo now at the back of Albertino. Into the chicane. What can Oppo do in P3? To Glass is right behind him as well. Still dropping further back. Oh, he's not going to go for the move. He's taking it easy through here. Can't get anything done there on that hairpin, the GP circuit. So it's up over the rise, downhill, hard braking hairpin onto the main straight. Can he go around the outside? He's trying. He's going to come back up the inside. Nice and easy, but there's not much advantage through there as Albertino shows, and he holds position. It's a great camera angle there from inside the cabin of Daniel Albertino in the Peugeot 406. Down the hill they come, still on board with Albertino. Look how sideways they're getting. Oh, he's going to lose the momentum coming up the hill here. Albertino's opportunities right now. If he gets up the inside to force Albertino wide. No, he's been squeezed out. Oh, he's going to stay out there, but there's not much room. Otherwise, you clip the grass and off you go. As Albertino found out in race 1. He's gaining now, but on the outside's not the place to go. Can he make it done? The Peugeot just has to sit behind the Volvo. Oh, gets blocked on the outside as well now. Just on the inside. Oh, they come together. Where's Albertino? Up the inside, crossing over. No, it's not to be on that lap alone. Here comes De Glass as well. He's closing the gap. Just over a second now. He'll be, with these guys fighting, he'll be squeezing up and getting closer. Oh, there's a little mistake from Albertino, allowing Oppo. Oppo's had to oversteer onto the wrong side, well, on the outside of the circuit, but Albertino will be stronger under brakes here. A lot of respect from these two. Their first night they've raced together. Oh, Oppo loves that line. He's going to cut back on the inside. Albertino's said on the radio he's loving these cars. He's used to open wheel racing. We're still trying to find out where he's from, what country he's from. Up the inside, deep under brakes. Oh. There he goes wide, forcing a mistake, but no, Albertino's held it. He's got no momentum. He's heating up those tyres. Side by side, down the back straight. Albertino on the outside. Here comes De Glass as well. Oh, I don't know if Oppo can go right around the outside. Albertino's just going to squeeze him out there. That's De Glass right behind. That's the distance from his windscreen. This is the closest battle on track. Scott Flack. Oh, there's a little mistake there. Scott Flack out in front. Look at the two behind. Here we go. Down a second gear for Oppo. Getting on the gas, trying to hold on. There's not much grip out there on the grass, but he's held it together. Down the hill they come, just squeezing it out. Nice and wide. Oh, look how sideways. We can see the sponsorship on the side of the car. Read that quite well. Not just at the back of the car. Oh, here he goes. This is the move. Up the hill they go, deep braking. Albertino's fighting on the inside. He's got to keep it tight. That means he's got to go slower. That's going to affect his momentum on the exit because Albertino's taking the better route. But I'll tell you what, he's doing a fantastic job now. Oh, there's the momentum. There's a bit more room. Can Albertino come and squeeze him out under brakes? Oh, he's just showing the nose. It's side by side. And that's job done. That's in the Volvo S40 now. Looking at the back of the Peugeot 406 of Opposano. So we could see Oppo moving away from Albertino, but Scott Flack, fastest lap of the race, a 1:38.5, out on his own. Fresh Air is really dominating in the BMW 320. He's just got to hold it out there. And the pack is backing up with Teglass and Steele now. Teglass just falling off the back of that group. But again, Oppo and Albertino the closest, but it looks like Albertino's run out of puff, or he's used up a lot of tyres defending. But he's coming under scrutiny from Teglass now, the Hungarian. Teglass got his own YouTube channel, Tevez Sim Racing, if you check it out. Always a POV view of the cockpit. Just like this one here. Chasing down Albertino now for P3. It's just right in front of him. You can see it. He's only got 3 laps to get it done. And Jacob Steele, showing promise early, is starting to come back as well. So Matthew Parry out, Licciardi out yet again, and so too David Baker. Licciardi in P4, closing on Albertino. That gap is coming down just under a second. Or is it Opposano chasing down Scott Flack? Scott Flack better think about his, keep checking his rear vision mirror, because here comes the blue and white Peugeot 406 chasing him hard in the final stages of race 2. Sideways goes Oppo up the hill now. So we can see the rest of the field coming through. Not too far apart, spaced out about a second to 2 seconds apart now. Oppo trying to close in on Scott Flack out in the lead, 1.6 the gap. And that is stretching now. Opposano was 2 seconds faster on that last lap alone. So he gained a hell of a lot through that 7th lap. Scott Flack's only got 2 more laps to defend. Or just getting caught up on that bollard on the chicane there. So it's Scott Flack out in front. There he is coming through the hairpin. So it's Flack coming through now. That's Opposano in the blue. Albertino to Glass. And that's Jacob Steele crossing the start-finish line there. Watching Scott Flack go down the hill now. Everyone chasing him down behind, but off he goes. It's a great view from the grandstands. If you're in that position, you can see pretty much half the circuit. So go up and around now. Following Albertino now in P3. Just stretching out from Teglass in 4. Still trying and trying. Cieslawski stay on track to collect the points as well, crossing the start-finish line. Still Flacky out in front. Oppo's P2. There he is on screen. Albertino 3. Here comes Teglass as well. So it's compressing up, or it looks like it at least. Still just getting caught up on that inside ripple there, coming through the chicane. So coming through the GP extended circuit. Last lap for Scott Flack and the rest of the field as they cross the start-finish line. 10 laps out of 10. Averaging about 16, 17 minutes. So come round for the final time down the hill. Scott Flack defending that 1.8 second lead. Going up the hill, stretching that lead now over 2.3 seconds. But he's coming under fire, or pretty soon coming under fire from Albertino, who is closing in. But it doesn't look like there's enough laps left in the race as we're watching Scott Flack lead around for the last time in race 2. He was second in race 1. Matthew Collins has got an early start, so he has to get up early in the morning. So he has to go to bed pretty early. It is 9 o'clock here, past 9 o'clock. Scott Flack coming out the hairpin for the final time. You can see on the track map, they're all pretty much close together. This will be good for the races as they go on, because they do always get together as the racing night gets on. And that is Scott Flack taking the checkered flag. Congratulations. And just the glass in 4, and that's Jacob Steele crossing the line in 5. And we saw Czeslowski crossing the line as well, parked there in the shell. Nice slide for Rapid. All right, so race 3 coming up. Make sure you stay tuned, grab another beer, and we'll get you on the other side of the commercial break. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Race 3, here we go. The grid is being set, random grid. Got 8 drivers waiting for one more to grid up. It could be the leader, Albertino. He's showing good pace in the first 2 races, waiting for him to grid. He's got 1 minute to grid up. There he is, taking the grid. Just waiting for the green light there. There it is. All the boys getting a good run. Oh, that was Baker in the middle now, showing promise. Let's see if he breaks early enough. A bit too early. Is he losing a couple of spots? Oh, that's... Who's that? Opposano. No, it's Ross Licciardi again. So just watching him come through turn 1. Licciardi just overshoots it to Glass, bumps into Flack. And still manages to avoid all of that as they rejoin now. So up front it's Albertino out by himself, unchallenged. Troy Kozlowski from the back of the field up into P2. Magic run for him in the Turbo Sierra. You can hear that. I can hear it from the crowd here. And that's Opposano chasing him down. Watch him as they come into the chicane now. Deep under brakes, Opposano. Up the inside now. He'll get the inside line for the next hairpin. And that's to Glass and Licciardi in the background as well. That's Jacob Steele there. So we're seeing where Scott Flack is. Race 2 winner back in P7. David Baker, where's he? He's down the back as well. So Albertino out in front. Race 2. Smashing a 1:45 off the start finish line. Not a bad effort there. Then it's Opposano out by himself as well. Troy Kozlowski under pressure now from to Glass. Down the hill now, just driving down the hill nice and gingerly. Heavy under brakes. Kozlowski staying tight. Not a bad line there. Probably showing to Glass which way he should go. That Sierra's a bit of a handful when the turbo kicks in. I think he's under pressure from Licciardi as well. Oh, there goes Kozlowski up the inside. Just overshot that turbo too much for him. Shoots him into the infield. Now it's Jacob Steele. Chasing Ross Licciardi, changing the car yet again. Into the Ford Mondeo he goes. Jacob Steele getting on the gas nice and early now. He's going to dive up the inside and go heavy under brakes. Oh, he's going to get it on the next one. But to Glass in the picture now. I can hear Scott Flack coming up in the background in the Benson Hedges 320i. There he is in the Beamer. Licciardi in the right-hand drive now. He's probably got Jacob Steele behind him. There he is. Jacob Steele in P5 now, racing from the UK, 30 minutes from the actual track. Joining us here, based in Australia. Oh, Licciardi sideways, losing the momentum. Steele up the inside now, stealing that position. Pardon the pun, but there he goes, up into 4th place. Licciardi trying to get back up the inside, forcing Steele around the outside there. Here comes Flacky. deep under brakes there, chasing Licciardi. Gets it regrouped, back in a second, into third. Run down into the next hairpin. Tries to get up the inside now. They both get a great run out of the corner. Jacob Steele coming back onto the back of these two. Up the inside, Flacky goes. Another position for him. That's Scott Flack up in a 4, recovering from that turn 1 incident. Albertino just absolutely smashing out front with a 139, but it's Daniel Opedisano with the fastest lap of the race, chasing hard. That gap is 4.5 seconds, but the racing's back down here where Scott Flack and the rest of the crew, that is Licciardi and Jacob Steele in tow, Cieslawski in P7. Oh, just going wide, Licciardi there. Don't know if Steele was just following him out of sympathy or often gets distracted. I know as a driver you sort of watch the car in front and you sometimes follow the line they do and off you go, both of you. So Scott Flack flying, so too Opedisano. That gap to the lead now is down to 3.6, almost a second faster than Albertino. It was over a full second faster than Albertino, out in the lead. And that's Jacob Steele just coming through the grass there, picking up some daisies for his girlfriend. Here comes Albertino round the final corner onto the main straight. It's only lap 4 now, crossing for lap 5. The gap now down to just over 3 seconds. Over another second down on Albertino. He's cutting that deficit. To the leader is Daniel Opedisano coming down the hill. This is how they get it done around Donington Raceway, Donington Park Raceway. GP configuration. Oh, getting the car very unsettled there. Very much point and shoot, but as long as they hang on. He's in the Peugeot 406 as he's been practicing all week in that car. Flack now on the back of to Glass. We'll go to that one. Oh, up the inside. Nice move from Scott Flack. To Glass was unable to turn in because Flacky was there, and Flacky moving up, back up into P3. So Albertino coming around for yet another lap. And there's Opedisano, 2.7 seconds. Taken almost a full second again. Only 9/10 on that lap, so he is chewing that lead down to 2.6 seconds. Flack struggling early, is a further 12 seconds behind. Then it's to Glass trying to hang on to the back of Flack as he just runs wide onto the grass. Racing from Hungary. He's in the Vauxhall Vectra. Not easy to say. He's doing a good job. He's closing on Flacky now. So go back up front. We'll see that Oppo is bringing that gap down. He doesn't have many laps to go. 4 laps. It is a sprint race, so you can't afford to lose too much time if you want to be competitive. But look at that time sheet being brought down. It is under 1.8 seconds now. There's probably still enough laps in this race because he's taken yet another full second out of Albertino's lead there. Albertino been out in front, untouched the whole race. He just has to defend another couple of laps there as he's ragging this car around. As he only just jumped in as the race started. So we'll give him credit for only just hopping in these cars, really taking to them as he's always been in the podium. Just defending Daniel Opposano there in the blue and white Peugeot 406 as they go over the crest down into the braking zone. Up over the crest, only a couple of laps to go, but look at that gap, it's falling once again. So across the start-finish line, it's only 1.3. There is 3 laps to go, or 2 laps to go now. If he stays at the same rate, he will get him by the end of the race. Albertino flying down the hill now. Opposano is chasing, although he hasn't gained too much in the first sector. They're very, very close on the first sector time, so no gains for Opposano on this lap, which is the most important because we're coming up to 1 lap to go. The Volvo sounds beautiful from outside and inside the car. Not too sure how nervous Albertino is because here comes Opposano. Well, he's just gone wide on that corner. I think he's just tried to bring it around so he can get on the gas early. Gap only slightly down, but it's just over a second now, so what's that? Oh, very comparable times, pretty much identical lap times on that lap. So Adinho may have been saving the tyres and now getting back on it, knowing that he had to conserve the tyres for any late challenge, which is what you do. You go out hard, then you control the middle sector of the race, and if anyone comes towards the end, you've still got plenty of cold tyres or warmish tyres. You're not overheating trying to get to your competitor. Or Oppo just getting loose there. That's going to cost him a bit of time, as you can see. Scott Flack in P3, 12 seconds back now, and to Glass falling off further back. So that's Flack. And there's to Glass in the background. Oh, just running wide there to Glass. But that's nothing lost there. Not too bad. Flack just going wide. Coming down the back straight now. 4th gear up into 5th, over 200 kilometers an hour. I'd say 230 by the time they get in the braking zone. No, just over 200. Then it's Laszlo further behind in the Vectra. This is race 3. The weather is going to close in. It will be wet for the next race. So stay tuned for that one. Let's see how that goes. Jacob still further back in P5. We are on the final lap of the race. The gap is just over a second now. And then it's Troy Kozlowski in the grass. All right, Albertina up the front. This is the race for the lead, and it's closing in. This is the last lap, so Opposano has to bring out something special or hope for Aldinho to make a mistake. Let's see if they make a mistake up on this corner. This one's tricky. Very smooth there, but Opposano getting a lot of traction, a lot of momentum through that corner, gaining just a little, I can see. He's probably going to run out of race track before the end of this third race here at Donington Park. And it's a drag race down the back straight now, under brakes. What can he do? Can he try and go a bit deeper? That's the gap from Opposano's car. Not much with 2 corners to go. And going wide like that's not going to help either. So it looks like our Albertino is going to take race 3 here in this SimHaus Summer Series. Coming on the final corner. Sprint race to the checkered flag now. Troy Kozlowski just holding back, doesn't want to cross the line. And that's the 2 in front. That means Scott Flack's coming around the final corner, closing in just under 10-second gap. And then to Glass coming around the final corner as well as he crosses the line. And we should see Jacob Still cross very soon. Here he comes. All right, so this is Jacob Steele now. Crossing start finish line in 5th place. Kozlowski will be finishing 6th. Licciardi having a shocker in 7, and Baker having just as bad of a race tonight in P8. All right, another commercial break, another race. We've got 2 more to go. It will be wet, so let's throw the spanner in the works, and we'll see you at the end of the messages.
There is nothing like the mountain, the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000. And now, it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Okay, it is race 4. It is wet. The boys are ready to go. Excited for the rain. Wipers are on. We can see them. We've lost a couple of guys that have to go to bed for an early start. But we've got the big crew coming. It is raining here. Rain coming up. BTCC absolutely sliding across the line, trying to get the outside, but it's the Beamer on the inside. It looks like Licciardi's come back into the Jägermeister. Oh, he's locked up. Not too sure what's happened there. Jacob Steele, what we might do is quickly go to a commercial break and restart for the technical difficulties because we've got another driver as well. Just stay tuned. Alright, thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for race 4. It is wet still. Yes, we just got a couple of drivers back on the grid. So thanks for waiting. We do appreciate your patience. Hopefully you're still with us. So the grid is set. We have Scott Flack, BTCC on P2. That's Jacob Steele in 3. Jägermeister of Ross Licciardi in 4. Albertino's joined us back. Wasn't expecting the wet race, but here he is. Revs are rising. Here we go. Scott Flack, wheel spinning. Oh, BTCC. Here comes Ross Licciardi in the middle. Oh, it's very slippery. Looks like Licciardi's come to the same problem as before, but the rest of the boys are okay, so we'll keep going. Might have some technical issues there. Oh, just getting loose there. Oh, just sliding out to hit Jacob Steele, who's in P2. Albertino in 3 to Glass in 4, and Oppo's fallen back into 5. It is pouring down here at Donington Park now. The spray's all over the place. You've got to be up the front to get a clear windscreen. But it's going to be a lot of work for these boys at the back here. Headlights are on. Not for Flacky as he's out in front. He doesn't need the headlights on. Jacob Steele ragging this Mondeo around Donington Park. He is the town local. So you can see the different lines. Flacky really struggling to get out of that corner. The heavier Mondeo is better on the tyres. Oppo just sliding towards the back there. But Steele could steal the lead at the moment. Albertino coming in as well. That's the spray in front. Very hard to see out in front. I don't know how these boys do it. They've got to go off memory mapping. And because they've only just raced here tonight, there's not much of that going on. So it's all about driver instinct. Big gap now to Glass. Spinning out. Not too sure what happened there. To Glass. This is a replay. Flying down into turn 1. Oh, he's just gone too hot there. Albertino into P2. Jacob Steele's dropped back now. So Jacob Steele posting some really fast times there. It is wet, the conditions are changing. Albertino, our new guy, hasn't raced with us before here at SimHaus. Hope he joins back again. He's quite on the money already. Obatasano pulling out, and Licciardi on the last race of the year, second last race of the year. Oh, Albertino just overshooting that one. That square runoff not helping them either. Got nowhere to run. Flack starting to come in the grips with the wet conditions. Starting to stretch that lead as he posts the fastest lap of 1:48.5. This is compared to the 1:38s they were getting in the dry, so 10-second difference. Down the hill they go. Oh, just getting loose there. Here in the studio. But we should be back up pretty soon as... We'll go to a commercial break. We'll be right back. Okay, thanks for that. We are back for race 4 it is actually. Scott Flack out in the lead. The first wet race. We've got one more to go after this. It is Scott Flack out in front. Albertino in P2. Looks like I dropped internet or something to that effect. So we do apologise about that. Albertino just sliding down the back there in P2. Jacob Steele coming up the hill now. Fast right-hander. Got to get in tight and let it go out, but he's wheel spinning all the way up the hill. Those wets got plenty of grip. Those lines are pretty good. And to glass down the back as well, using more of the track. So it looks like he's quite fast around the circuit. And Troy Jaslowski changing different cars. Still with the Ford, no longer the Sierra, into the Mondeo. He's in the old Nigel Mansell Ford Mondeo. So he comes down the hill. Taking it nice and easy in the wet. He's slipping all over the place. Oh, and that's him going around, man. He's trying to... He's got no grip at the grass, let alone the bitumen. He's bringing out the yellow in Sector 1, but he's back on now on the grass. And that gets the Jim Mowing Award as well. Scott Flack back out in front, still smashing those times. Fastest lap of the race, a 1:48.52, 10 seconds slower than in the dry here. And look at him just control that Beamer all the way down the hill. Albertino remaining in P2, rejoining after dropping off the server. Albertino, fastest lap of the race is a 1:49.241 as well. So lap times are close, but definitely Scott Flack's got the better of this so far, and he is getting better on this lap alone as well. So watch him post another fastest lap of the race. There's Jacob Steele and to Glass closing in on Steele as well. Steele's got to get going because he was showing some promise early on. All to Glass, just going wide again. As he brings up the dirt on the grass. No, definitely no traction there. Not much on the circuit either. But these guys are doing a fantastic job just keeping it straight. As Teglass just taking that chicane straight as I say it. So Scott Flack now about to lap what looks like Troy Jaslowski. We'll go on board with Scott Flack, turn it up now. This is what it's like inside the cockpit of the BMW 320i as he's watching Troy Jaslowski just sliding across, taking out the banners. Oh. See the rain pouring down. Those wipers aren't very fast either, so they're not going to do too much of a job. Sort of a double apex, a double right-hand apex as they come onto the main straight, over the bump, over the rise, straight into the chicane now. This is where opportunities can be made. Short shifting out of that one. A lot of wheel spin there out of the BMW, heading up the hill in the wet. Coming in the final corner now, plenty of spray coming off the back of that Beamer. So across the start finish line. for lap 6, bringing up lap 7. And that's Albertino coming across the start-finish line again. Albertino trying all he can. The gap 3.8 seconds. Jacob still further back. Looks like Jacob Steele further back in P4 is chasing down to Glass now. Closing in. Look how much he's closed in just on that corner alone to Glass. Overshooting that corner once again. The tyres are an issue. Not too sure if they're overheating him and turning him into rubber sponges. To Glass really struggling to brake in the wet conditions. And that is Cieslawski just in front as well. So they're about to lap Troy Cieslawski. Jacob Steele for the steal once again on lap 8. He's got 2 and a bit laps to go now. Black stretching that lead out in front to Albertino to 4 seconds as it's another 28 seconds back to Glass here in P3. On board now with Jacob Steele from the UK. Lives 30 minutes from this circuit. Still raining here at Donington. Steele's lines are all over the place, sliding everywhere. Probably aquaplaning on some of the puddles that are here on the circuit. Looks like Jacob Steele could get the job done if he keeps it like this. We'll see how close he's getting with the lap times. The fronts aren't lighting up, but look at him go nice and wide around that edge. It's a great way to keep the momentum because there's a lot of wheel spin as they're trying to get on the gas. It's showing that gap over 2 seconds now. So Glass was quicker on that lap. So Glass starting to come to grips with that Vectra coming down the hill. So up the front, Scott Flack, recap. There's BMW. That was Albertino in the background, the headlights shining, trying to chase him down. Look at him getting sideways out of that corner. Beautiful shot there as Flack's trying to get the weight down. It is quite a light car, the BMW 320. Yeah, just redlining the revs as he's coming out of the final corner for the second last time. And now clocking over the 10 laps. This is the last lap of race 4. We've got one race to go. We'll probably shorten it to make it a 5-lap sprint in the wet. Scott Flack out in front. Oh, this is on the last lap. There is Albertino in the background coming down the hill. That S40 sounding pretty sweet around here in the cauldron of Donington Park. Then it's Laszlo to glass, still hitting the grass. And that's Jacob Steele just getting off the ripple there. So that battle probably going to stretch out as it's over 5 seconds now. But here we come. Scott Flack down the back straight now for the last time into the chicane. Nice and smooth. Still lapping in the 150s. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Commentator's curse. He's got to get back on the circuit. Oh, he's just cooked it on the outside. Just in front of Albertino. Has he come back out in front? Oh, he's protecting the inside line. This is the last race. Albertino crossing over now. Oh, just pushing him off. He's going to give him the spot back. Now he's regained. It's one corner to go. Scott Flack almost leading the entire race and losing it on the final chicane. And if it wasn't for Albertino being a sportsman, then he could have lost the race there. So Scott Flack crossing the line. Albertino in P2. That was very close towards the end there. Laszlo to glass coming around now. As to glass crossing the start-finish line. Here he comes. Taking P3. That'll be his best position tonight. And then it's Jacob Steele. Not too far behind. Finishing in P4. All right, and that's Cieslawski coming out of the pits. Manages to rejoin after the race, which is good. He's got the throttle completely down. Ouch, that hurts. All right, we'll go to someone else. All right, so that is the end of race 4. We've got one race to go. We'll make it 5-lap sprint. Let's see how they go. Stay tuned. One more race to go.
Baba, what are we playing?
Ya lo sabéis. It's Halo Day.
Yeah, one sec.
He's playing football, isn't he?
Chacho, you know he fancies himself a footballer.
Oh, whatever. Look, your love makes me strong, but your hate makes me invincible. All right, let's get on Halo then.
Let's go.
Ready.
Dale.
He's on my back this time, right?
Chill, chaval. I won't ghost you this time.
I'm going hallway.
I got right.
Uno fuera.
Oh, another one down.
Lock in. Next kill wins it.
Where is he? No lo veo.
Alicia, do you hear that?
Quick on him, top left.
Bit. I'll push it. He's one shot.
Game over.
Got him.
Well played.
Same time tomorrow then.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Nos vemos.
Okay, last lap of the evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. Is this our last race of the year? Just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and hope you enjoy the racing. Last race, we've got Ross Licciardi moving up on Troy Czeslowski on the inside. Then it's Opposano, Flack and to Glass at the back. Albertino dropping out as well. Scott Flack got a lot of work to do down the back there. Oh, Czeslowski off the side. That brings out the yellow in Sector 1. Scott got a lot of work to do. He's down the back in P4. Licciardi out in front. Manages to hold it for the last race of the night. To Glass trying to swap over. Licciardi on the inside. Oh, Licciardi on the inside holding that lead. To drag race down the back now. Oh, it's getting rough down the back now. Oh, Licciardi overshooting that corner. To Glass holding on there too as well. Licciardi way out in front. Not yielding, but that's okay. It's the last race. This is a fun series. Just to give some guys some experience on some different cars and tracks on the R Factor 2 service. Tonight we are using Cyril Cherry's British Touring Car Classics of the 1990s. It's not as dark as it has been for the last race, so it is lighting up, but that spray is huge. As we cross the start-finish line for lap 2 of 5, it's a quick sprint. Licciardi going out wide, but he manages to bring it back in. Down the hill they come. Oh. Compressed 3 into that corner. Here comes to Glass as well. He's in the mix as well. Let's go. Oh, he wants that inside line on Licciardi, but Oppo's on the outside. Is Licciardi going to hold him back, and that blocks Opposano in the hole, but he's trying to get himself out of it while Scott Flack moves up to the front from last position. Obersono up the inside of Licciardi to Glass. Back in 4th position now. Can he get a grip on these wet tyres? As Scott Flack stretching that lead now. Getting faster and faster this lap alone. You can see the front wheel work. Oppo using those ripple strips for grip. And that's helped him get a launch out of that corner as he shot himself up into within 2 seconds of the leader. Oh, that's Licciardi just going straight ahead there. Locking up the brakes. Licciardi straight ahead, and he's retired. That is him for the rest of the race. Obersono bringing it around now on the 3rd lap. There's only 2 laps to go. We are in the wet here at Donington Park. Scott Flack almost lost the lead on the previous lap. If you're watching, he was leading the entire race and then just spun it coming out of the last chicane. But he managed to hold on even though he got bumped off from Albertino. Albertino waited up and waited for him to take that position back. And it was a procession across the start-finish line as he did take that victory. But here he is again from the rear of the field, showing why he's a European sim driver. An Aussie racing against the Europeans in the Formula One Championship. One little mistake though, and Oppo will be there. So too to Glass. Still in the pictures. We're down to the last 4. We started with 10 drivers at the start of the night, but people have got commitments, especially here in Australia. It's almost bedtime for a lot of people. Oh, Oppo just getting off in the grass there. Throw him in the background. So that means Glass is chasing him. In the red Vectra as they come down the start-finish line for the second last time. Flack posting a fastest lap of the race at 1:48. 2:55. So they come down the hill. Look at the beautiful scenery down here in Donington. Even in the wet, it's a beautiful circuit. Just going wide a little bit there in the wet. Scott Flack still got a 1.9 lead, even though Obersono hit the grass earlier. So Oppo trying he's got the fastest sector of this lap, fastest sector of the race so far on this lap. So it looks like Obersono's on the charge, but he's off on the grass once again. Just struggling in that Peugeot 406. The Beamer's been quite solid all night. Ross Licciardi having trouble with the Jägermeister. He could be having electrical issues. And he's retired from this race. Oh, and that's Oppo. I think he's waiting for Glass to go past. No, he's trying to get him close to give Glass something to chase. Across the start-finish line for the last time this year. We are in the final race of the final night for the season 2024 as Glass just runs hot there, hits a puddle and goes straight ahead as Flack is dominating down. We're watching Oppo fly down the hill. There's not many cars left on the circuit at the moment as we're watching Opposano come up the hill. That tricky right-hander for the last time. Let's go to the leader, Scott Flack. Hopefully it's not commentator's curse on this race, but he's leading down the back straight now. Then he's just got to survive this final chicane, which brought him undone on the race before, losing a lot of time. He had like a 10-second lead, and he lost it coming out right there. He just spun it. Oh, and he almost did it again. But he's managed to hold on to it as he gets through for the final time tonight here at Donington Park. Deep in the brakes. Nice and easy. He's actually taking it very gingerly there. So it looks like it's going to be Scott Flack taking another win ahead of Daniel Opposano and Laszlo de Glass in P3. Oh, one corner to go, Scotty. We can do it. He's taking the final race, although here comes Oppo. And Oppo takes a win from him right on the line there. And bit of sportsmanship there for the race. They're all enjoying it, having fun. We hope you've had some fun watching it as well. This is the final race of the season for 2024. We may be back to continue the summer series during the off-peak seasons of our V8 and NASCAR season for 2025. Make sure you stay tuned for that. If you want to get on board and be part of the community, hit that link, that Discord link down in the description. Everything's there for you, and we hope to see you in season 2025. So the boys have finished the race now. That was Oppo with the win in the pits, Scott Flack to Glass, and Cieslawski parking it in the Mondeo. So we hope you enjoyed that, guys. Really appreciate your support all year. Make sure you give us a thumbs up if you like the stream, and we'll see you early in 2025. Until then, it's good night from me. I'm your host, Shane Gilfeather, and we'll see you in 2025. Everyone have a Merry Christmas and a safe New Year, and we'll see you very soon. Until then, it's good night from me.